Do you think it's saved? Well, we have it on video. Give me a hug. Things happen. I'm sorry your voice isn't going to be heard booming through the mic today. We have reinforcement. We'll just take the audio from this.
Okay.
The recording didn't work. My foot accidentally knocked I don't know how this could have done that, but
when you moved your foot to grab the thing, I think it just dislodged it.
Good morning, Thursday.
Good morning, Thursday.
Come on down. And welcome back to another episode of
We shouldn't have a podcast,
but we do. Speed it up.
But we do. We shouldn't have a podcast,
Speed it up.
but we do. And you're listening to it. I was doing the chopped and screwed version this morning. I was like, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up.
What is that called? The chopped and...
Chopped and screwed. So, it's a style in Texas where they take songs.
These are the facts that live rent-free in your brain, but you can't remember the grocery list that I sent you to the store with.
Bailey and Layton would be disappointed in you that you didn't know what chopped and screwed meant. He's the one that because I was trying to remember it and he brought it up while they were here. He's like, yeah, it's chopped and screwed. They take all the songs back in the day. They would take all the songs and they would slow them down, and it'd be like, this is what got that drink in my cup.
Wow.
You've never heard of Chopped and Screwed, being from Louisiana? Who's your favorite rap group from Louisiana?
Well, duh.
No. Rapper.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne? Okay.
I mean, I don't think you could say anything else.
You could say Cash. I was saying Cash Money. I was saying Cash Money because you got.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of
Juvenile.
rap knowledge.
Juvenile. You guys have some great rappers in Louisiana.
I'm not surprised. We're pretty musical.
But on a music tip, you guys are. I just watched Juvenile's Tiny Desk. We should watch it. Juvenile.
Is Tiny Desk that little room
NPR.
that they go sit in
NPR.
What's NPR?
News Public Radio.
Well, look at us.
But NPR, they have the Tiny Desk on YouTube. So all the artists Mac Miller did a famous one.
Wow.
Usher did the watch this. That's NPR
Love
Tiny Desk.
him.
But Juvenile has had the most viral one as of late.
Got you. Speaking of Usher, we have some stuff to discuss here in a
tea.
little bit.
We
Stay
got tea.
tuned.
We got some. I don't know if it's tea, but.
I mean, if you're on Twitter or Instagram or have a cell phone, you've probably already seen about it, but we're going to chit-chat about it here in a little while.
It's about to pop up. I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, we have a great show today. We have some personal stories to update you guys on, some personal updates, and then we have some things to just touch on that's out in the world right now.
Yes.
First things first, our wardrobe today.
Yeah.
This is Not a Pipe Dream. NAPD. It's a brand by our friend AJ and
Nashville.
Kat.
Yep.
Friends.
Yep.
And they came and dropped them off at our house yesterday. Literally the biggest bag of clothes.
We didn't need all those clothes. I'm talking I put a picture of it on my Instagram.
You did?
So if you guys want to go see it,
Shameless plug, go follow Drake on Instagram.
But a massive bag. The aesthetic, orange is one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, the bag is awesome too.
Bag, everything aesthetically. And so, I had to do 2 trips upstairs to even get all the stuff that he brought. Just so kind and so generous, but Nashville's very own. And you love to see a place like Nashville is so ripe for something like this because
Fashion in general,
because I look at somewhere like Chicago as a place that has developed a fashion scene, I would say over the past probably 10 years.
Which AJ's from Chicago.
AJ's from Chicago, so which is another cool thing. Connection, because I went to school in Illinois, and AJ went to school in Illinois as well, I believe. Yeah, he played football there. So during that time, me and him are around the same age?
I think you're a little older.
Am I that bit older? I'm more seasoned, let's say that.
Yeah, just a couple years.
But everyone knows that Kanye, Virgil, Don C, anybody that's really had a foothold in the fashion game has followed what that looks like. And so I just think Nashville is ready for that next step where we're not country, we're not doing the
Put your elbow down.
Cowboy hats and
Put your elbow down.
And the boots, you know what I'm saying? Like we can actually get some fits off down here. The beanie is fire.
Yeah, Jackie's wearing a beanie in July. That's how much he loves these clothes.
It's also 68 degrees in the house. I like to keep my house cold.
Mm-hmm.
Our house cold.
No, you can say your house because none of us have a say in the thermostat. So
I think that why would you want I think I put this on Instagram at one point. If your thermostat is above 74, don't even invite me over to your house. I don't even want to be there.
Oh my gosh.
Why would I want to come to your house and be miserable?
It's just a little aggressive.
It needs to be. That's how I feel about it. Because I feel aggressive. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and be like, oh yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first, friends. If you invite him over.
I'm just. It's a bit.
I'm not gonna get invited over because I'm attached to you.
No, they can invite you.
I don't mind coming to sit in 75 degrees.
75 degrees in the house.
We're not on opposing views in this, in the sense I sleep with it anywhere between 65 and 68. That's how I like to sleep. When I wake up, I'd love it on like 70 or 71 so that I don't have amount of covers on me so that I can move around and like get things done and be productive.
Even in the summertime, you like it on like 70?
70, yeah. Yes.
70, no, you've had it on you've been like 72. You've been riding them at 72.
Because we have a toddler in the house who literally is like, I'm shivering.
No, he loves it. He's good.
Oh, he carries his blanket everywhere he goes.
Yeah, I would too. You do too.
Okay, I can't continue down this path. I was gonna have a happy show today. Anywho, so thank you NAPD for our outfits. We love them. I posted on my Instagram story as well the back of this hoodie because it's even cooler than the front. And then on to last night's dinner. Jackie was like dying to talk about it on the podcast because he cooked something up last night that he's really proud of.
Yeah, I did a little smash burger last night on the griddle. What'd you think? Let me get an honest review.
I actually know that I even wrote this down because
I forgot.
It's like I try to be supportive and I hype him up, but then he always takes it one step too far.
By me asking you the rating?
Yes. How many times did you ask me last night?
I asked you, and then I took back it because I took
100 out of 10. It was so good.
And then you
10 out of 10. It was great.
Was it really a 10 out of 10? I
Yes.
can take the criticism.
I loved my burger. What?
I feel like it's cap right now.
No.
No, okay, you really like that?
Yeah.
All right, pepper jack, jalapeno.
I did the toppings.
You did the toppings, yeah. It was a combined effort on the condiment front.
It was really good.
So thank you, I appreciate that. I was a little worried about it at the start because I didn't know how. Because typically when you smash it, they do the metal. They actually have a device thing for it, and I couldn't find it.
Get out of here.
No, for real.
I know it exists, but like, this is just hilarious. Like, he was literally walking around the kitchen last night as if he had just created.
I mean,
like
if you want one of Jackie's
insane 7-course meal, and this man fried up some burgers. Is it fried? Grilled up some burgers on the grill.
Why you? And this is
and they were great.
All right, I want to start doing a counter right here. Somebody started counter on how many times this woman hates on me during the podcast. I can't even say, hey.
If I was hating on you, I would say they were 2 out of 10, and I wouldn't be honest. I'm telling you, they're good. You're gonna tell me right now you don't over dramatize the whole thing for me to do exactly what I'm doing right now and call it out. Exactly. You like to get under our skin with that sort of stuff and press everybody's buttons, and then when we entertain it, then we're the haters.
Jackie's Burgers. Pull up if you want one of Jackie's burgers.
We'll
You can be the real judge. I mean, I've been quite the wizard in the kitchen lately.
See what I'm saying?
Have I not? Yeah, the pizza I made, the 2 pizzas I made, your parents were like, they killed the whole pizza. They was like, yo, this is unbelievable. The one that you put on Instagram and said I was putting too many pepperonis on, remember that one? That's become a classic in the Carmichael household. I'm capping. You know I have to gas myself up because nobody else will do it for me.
No, we would.
Because
if you wouldn't jump the gun.
No, because this is the thing. You do this, and my siblings do this. They
So
will.
maybe
They will
you're
talk.
the-
They will.
the
They will
problem.
down. They will down. They will downplay it.
When did
so
I downplay it? I gave it a 10 out of 10. The pizza is different.
That's cap. I'm willing to put my pizza up against anybody's. Anybody's. No question.
I can't
Give
take
me a
you
real. Give me a
seriously
real.
right now in a beanie in the middle of the summer.
Put my pizza up against anybody's. I come from went to college in the state of some of the best pizza
How
in
long
the
have we
United
been
States.
talking? Can we wrap yet? If I have to hear one more time that you lived in Chicago so you know how to make a pizza better than anyone else on the planet.
That's facts.
Okay.
That's not cat.
You
That's
act like you're
facts.
making deep dish. You're literally using a store-bought pizza crust.
I am. but
Make
I'm
the
saying-
dough from scratch and then get back to me.
Okay, I probably could, but that's going to be labor intensive. You put me
Exactly.
under the gun and say, Jack, chef up dinner real quick. I got a pizza crust for you. And what I do, chef up. I deal with what I had.
And we're so thankful for it.
Okay.
Every bite.
What else we got up? What else we got?
I wanted to talk just about my sweet nap yesterday. I had a post on Instagram. I guess it wasn't my nap, it was Lucas's nap.
Oh, yeah.
But we went out on the front porch and sat out there, and he was in my lap, and I was swaying, and we were just talking, and he fell asleep on my shoulder, and it was so sweet. And like 5 minutes in, I'm like, this is so sweet. 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh wow, my back's kind of starting to burn. And then I was like, oh my gosh, my shoulder's starting to give out. And then about 15, 20 minutes in, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna lean on back. So then I leaned back and laid on the front concrete steps of our house, and he slept on me for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And my back was spasming. I was like trying to straighten my legs, bend my legs. I was like, my right lower back needed to pop so bad, but I was not going to move for anything.
Yeah, no, it was really, really sweet. I mean, I was gone, and so I was like trying to call you. I was trying to get a hold of you to wonder what we should do for dinner. And I was like, okay, let me
The
just.
chef was calling.
The chef was calling, and you were not picking up. I mean, did you see how many times I called? I probably called 15 times.
Yeah, I'm sure you were furious too.
I wasn't that furious. I was just like, I thought something was wrong. So I checked the security cameras, and I see you two laying out there taking a nap, and so it was really cute, and
I'll literally never forget that moment.
I mean, it was and I knew your back had to be
on fire.
on fire. How does it feel this morning?
Like normal, terrible.
Okay, mine does too. I need to go to the chiropractor.
Me too. I need to work out. I'm going to work out today.
Okay.
I'm determined to go.
Right after the podcast?
Yes, I just need to walk and loosen up my muscles and stretch.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, my body has not felt better than as of yesterday, because I obviously haven't done anything today yet. Body feels great.
Good.
Like really, really, like I feel like I can still take some steps, but like this is probably the best I've felt in the summer in a while. So I get where you're coming from. It's like it just changes your entire mindset, day, mood. Just feel more productive. Like I need to. I want to get like one of those ice barrels or something that we saw a couple days ago, but
Just put it in the bathtub.
that too. That's a better. Well,
It's so funny. I saw that. I saw something about that on TikTok or something where everyone's like, "Why is everyone going to buy like $1,000 ice baths or whatever? Like this has become so trendy. Like just get in your bathtub and pour ice in it, or get like a one of those metal troughs from Lowe's for like $40.
Yeah, but to be on the other side of that, I think too, it's storage, being able, like how is it able to keep the ice from melting, so you have to put ice in it every single day, just things like that. I think it's you're paying for a little bit of convenience, a little bit for
For sure, but like we've all been going without ice baths for like 30 years, and then everyone's like seeing people post about it, so they think they need to ice bath now.
Because the studies are coming out that it's how great it is for your body.
Yeah, but then they go and get drunk like the night before and do it's like we're still
Well, at least they're
promoting
trying.
alcohol and things like that are horrible for your body, but then we spend all this money on these little...
All the people that are doing ice baths are alcoholics?
What
are you talking about?
Not all the people. I'm just saying the people that at least I know in this city that are like posting about doing all this stuff, I'm like, it feels counterproductive because you're doing so many other things that aren't good for your body, and then they think like the ice bath's gonna like cure it.
Well, y'all taking care of y'all bodies. Big ups to y'all. Respect.
Oh my gosh, can you be on my side ever in life?
I just think that
it was just supposed to be funny.
I missed that one.
Yeah, you did.
I missed that one.
Mhm. Well, Jackie's on y'all's side, and I wasn't trying to be a hater. I was just saying it's funny how our culture does that. Like, we promote, go eat salads, go be healthy, and then the next thing you see is like a tequila ad.
Yeah. And
it's literally fuel, like car fuel, diesel you're putting in your body.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol's not great for you. You know, what do they say? Everything in moderation.
Okay. Thank you for that. Anyways, you guys, we're off to the races this morning.
Agree to disagree.
This is called doing a podcast with your spouse.
Going to work with your spouse.
Anywho, I saw on the news front, I saw that, it's Prime Day next week, July 11th and 12th, or through the 12th. And so typically people like go ahead and make all their shopping lists or things, like a lot of stuff for the house. They'll just make lists and then buy it on Prime Day.
Yeah.
So prepare yourselves for Prime Day. But starting now already, they're doing 99-cent streaming for the first 2 months if you want to use or like buy streaming platforms through them. So you get them for 99 cents the first 2 months.
Really? Buy streaming platforms.
I knew you were going to question this, and I don't have all of the facts.
No, I'm saying like, can you... I'm trying to understand, like, I believe...
I'll read the article. I literally kept it up because I was like, Jackie's going to ask me the most intense details about this that I just feel, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Epic markdowns on channel subscriptions such as AMC Plus, Stars, Paramount Plus, Max, and more through Amazon Prime Video.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I didn't know that Amazon was connected to those, that you could go through those to get access to
Prime Video channels.
Interesting. Oh, that's what's going on. I think some of these, everyone has created all these HBO, like you said, the ones you just listed. They've sold their rights to have their stuff streamed, I think, through Amazon. I think HBO or somebody was trying to work through something through Netflix. I believe I did hear about this. I got you. Okay.
PBS Kids, Cinemax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get all of that for 99 cents?
Hallmark movies for the first 2 months.
Or each of them for 99 cents?
Each of them for 99 cents for the first 2 months.
That's a deal, low key.
To see if you want to.
Yeah, and then they hit you over the head.
So, yeah. That's already started. You can do that now.
Nice.
I don't know if there's even anything on those streaming accounts that you even care to watch, but
those are like the massive movie channels. Like, like the channels that you like flip on the TV and like you'd see that like, oh, you have to pay for this.
Yeah.
That's what those are. Paramount Plus is really good. I had Stars for a while, and then HBO is really good as well. It's all good. Do you want to talk about the tree that I had to go deal with this a couple minutes ago?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm sure everyone who lives in Nashville, I just bit my tongue. Everybody in Nashville knows that there was a storm this past weekend, and for whatever reason, I didn't get notified. Well, we saw these tree branches fall down. We saw the trash was everywhere, and I thought it was bad. I didn't think it was bad enough that warranted us checking our yard. But the tree in our front yard got knocked down. So I spent this morning after my neighbor notified me, which you say you already knew that it was down, which I'm like, I don't know where I was for that conversation. I don't know where I was.
We all saw it the morning after it happened, but I think that was the morning you slept in, so
yeah.
We must have just
I'm shocked.
Not discussed it with you.
Yeah, no, I'm shocked that Your dad's one wasn't like, let's cut it down, because I think that would have been something I feel like we'd been like, let's go cut down the tree.
The masculine activity.
Exactly.
You don't need to cut it down. Y'all are so strong. You just rip it off.
Rip it down. Exactly. That's what I thought would have happened.
Yeah.
But I went and moved it this morning, and yeah, we're gonna have the neighbor bring over a chainsaw this afternoon.
Yeah.
And we're gonna cut it off and put it in the wood pile.
Are you low key kind of excited?
Oh yeah, I'm gassed.
To use a chainsaw?
I'm gassed. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him use it. I'm not gonna use it.
Just gonna watch.
I'm gonna watch.
Okay.
Not that I couldn't do it.
No, for sure. No. Insane chef.
Not that I couldn't do it.
Chainsaw connoisseur.
I know what I'm.
Fashionista.
I know what I'm.
Podcast pro.
I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm.
Everything.
Not good at. No, never. Come on now.
Ice bath.
There's nothing wrong with believing in yourself, kids. There's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. And along the way, there's gonna be people like, keep going, keep pushing, keep striving. You can do whatever you want to do.
For sure.
You know?
Just stay humble, kids.
Stay humble, stay hungry, stay ready. That's the most important thing.
Oh my gosh. Well, we kind of just flew through all those topics because I was just taking like deep breaths and regulating my emotions.
I love that.
And that's on maturity. But we have a topic that you were like literally
chomping at the bit,
foaming at the mouth to talk about.
Yeah.
Wouldn't tell me until we were on the podcast.
We got two hot topics for y'all. Hot topic. Real quick question: did you ever shop at Hot Topic?
No.
No.
Do you think Julie and Kev will let me shop at Hot Topic?
I don't know.
No.
There was a time where it was like the jerk years where I got my Vans on, but they looked like sneakers, and everyone was jerking and wearing the Hot Topic tees.
I was jerking.
Because Hot Topic had some fire tees.
I was jerking. I wasn't shopping at Hot Topic. I was shopping at Walmart, baby.
Hot Topic low key had some fire, had some heat in there. Anyways, 2 days ago, so can I ask, did you see the video of a woman saying, like, being frantic, I'm getting off the plane, there's somebody back there, he's not real, and everyone's like, what is going on? She's drunk. Like, did you see that?
No.
By chance? So there's a video going around on social media. 2 days ago I saw it, and I was just, like, I blew it off as like, I was like, okay, maybe she took an Ambien, maybe she did, maybe she had some alcohol, she got a little foggy, a little fuzzy, and was thrown off. It's happened to me on a flight before I'm taking Ambien, but
and you ran down the aisle yelling, there's a man back
didn't
there.
run down the aisle, but was definitely, I've been on flights where, like, it was a long flight to Europe. I took a Xanax, and I was very much like hallucinating before I fell asleep. Mm-hmm. So I get that. But in that same time, people are now saying that she was potentially sitting next to a shapeshifter or an alien. And I want to explain to you why.
Get out of here.
I want to explain to you why. I want to explain to you why. And again, this is 100% a conspiracy theory, but I want to explain what is going on. This woman was on the flight. I get goosebumps even talking about this. She walks down the aisle. She says, hey, she seems a little bit out of it, but there's a video of this they're saying is a guy did that was a hoax, and that he was like, he wanted to see how gullible people were. Okay. But whether that video, some people are saying it's not real, some people are saying it's real. He said that the woman did not seem drunk. Everyone else on the flight is saying that she didn't seem drunk. When she said this, the guy, according to
what did she say?
According to other people on the plane, she goes, that person back there is not real. If you don't get off the flight right now, this flight is going to crash. And I can only imagine if you were on this flight,
oh my gosh,
you would have been in shambles. You've been in shambles because you would have got off the flight. I know you.
Right,
I know you. Would you?
Were they already in the air?
No, they were taxiing. They were pulling away from the gate. So they just boarded. Bags were up. Everything was good. She jumps off. So people are recording she gets up, walks to the front of the plane. Now, from the different camera angles, nobody sees the guy that she's sitting next to. The guy isn't like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Oh, no, whatever. People are saying that she was having a conversation with this guy, and it was seeming as if she was talking to him, but he was never responding to her. But she was having a conversation like they were exchanged back and forth. He was just, they said the guy was just dead silent. So that being said, everyone's like, you know, what was going on, because typically like your normal reaction would be like, oh, like, are you okay, like what's going on, like she's kind of being like, I don't know, I'll get up and move seats, I don't know what's going on. None of that ever happened. He didn't get up, didn't say anything. He was just like,
okay,
like that. So she gets up, gets off the flight. Now this woman, I don't know why she doesn't come out their response field. They can't track her, they don't know who she was. She gets off the plane, and we don't know about the airplane or the flight. I didn't look up the flight. I assume everything was okay. And this guy is just nowhere to be found. Like everyone's just kind of like, he didn't say anything. It didn't seem weird to us. And then the video that I'm not sure of this guy, that whether it was a hoax, not a hoax, I haven't dug that deep. I saw this on Twitter. Reliable source was Twitter. He goes, the guy turned around at him and like, he said he winked at him, but he said when he winked at him, he's like, he didn't like do like this, like normal person. He blinked like, let me do it towards the camera, like that. So his eyes went like that.
oh,
Yeah. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. So apparently it's all
what
over.
airline?
American Airlines.
Where were they flying from?
I don't know. It was in the United States, but yeah, that happened, and it's all over TikTok, all over Twitter.
Also, like, my mind just
I know
goes,
what you think. I know what you think. No, go.
What do you think?
I think it was like demon possessed.
That's the exact sentence I was gonna say.
Yeah, demon possessed. Reptilian.
Reptilian?
Like, like they've said, I don't even want to say this because we're big fans of these people. I'm not gonna say it. I'll tell you off air. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because I don't believe this to be true. So I don't want to speak something, and we have a platform. I don't want to say something that I know not to be true.
Okay.
It's just what people have said, but we can talk about it after the.
Define reptilian though.
So reptilian is shapeshifter. So a shapeshifter is somebody that they'll say when you get to when people talk about the Illuminati, when people talk about like famous people possessing superpowers and all these things, what they've done to acquire this, that become like, have you seen the video of Justin Bieber when he got pulled over for a DUI and he was in court in Miami? There's a famous video of Justin Bieber in court in Miami. He had a camera on him. You can go check this out on YouTube. I'm sure it's still there. And he's sitting there being, not deposed, but he's sitting there in front of the judge. In Miami, everything is recorded on like a CCTV camera.
Yeah.
So in Florida, if you are arrested, you get put in a jail cell. They put you in front of a judge. These are all recorded. You can go watch them on like a live stream or whatever. So when famous people get arrested there, you can go pull all this up. It's public record. The camera's on Justin Bieber. And he's standing there, he's saying yes, no, this. His eyes change. Like his eyes go from being like a white and like almost, and it goes like flips green, and like his like whole thing just like changes. Now again, do I think that there's an explanation for that? Yes, I believe that there's a reasonable explanation for that. I don't believe Justin Bieber is a reptilian, but people will.
Okay, but explain to me what a reptilian is.
Reptilian is like, they'll say like somebody who can change, like transform, like somebody who is a shapeshifter, like somebody who can look like one thing, and then so whether it was an alien, whether they're saying it was like a shapeshifter, whether they're saying it was I say reptilian, but like a shapeshifter, they say looks like a reptilian, like it has rough skin, it has all these things, and like you've seen it like in movies.
Yeah.
When something's changing.
Wild.
Yeah. So that's what people are alluding to. It's like the conspiracy theory right now, big thing going around.
And they can't find the name of this guy or anything?
Nope.
The
nothing.
airline won't, like...
Nope. Nothing. There's not been...
How you can't buy an airline ticket without a name?
No, you can, but the airline's not investigating it. Like he doesn't have to report that to, like he didn't do anything wrong. And so, but all of the videos, like you can only see her get up and walk. Like nobody takes the camera and she's like, that guy back there. And like nobody takes the camera, like looks back, or is like, I wish, I don't know if more
Makes me
people
wanna
have come,
throw up.
if no more, I don't know if more people haven't come out on the flight. I haven't done my TikTok dig yet. I only went on Twitter, and everyone's like, oh, this was a hoax. Oh, he looked like this. Oh, he had on a green hoodie. Oh, it was a guy in a costume. Like, people like memeing it. And I feel like when you start to meme things and you start to take the seriousness away from it, then you
never get to the bottom of
you
it.
never get to the bottom of it, because now everyone's just throwing out their own stuff. Everyone's
I
making
wanna
fake
talk to that woman.
videos. And everyone,
How do we get her on the pod?
if you're listening to this podcast or you come across this man and you want a platform, you want to interview, you want to say your side of it, we're the people to do it.
Wow.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
We'll get you 30 people that'll listen
They said
to your truth.
Yeah. They said
I don't like that, your truth. That makes me think about the book I'm reading. I'll explain in a sec.
detail on that is crazy. I didn't notice that was rubber
Yeah.
stamp. But yeah, they don't know. They're like, we don't know why she hasn't come out and said anything. You think she would have, like, because it's viral now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got millions of views. So, I mean, I'll show it to you after this.
She might be freaked.
Maybe that too. Or some people were like, she could have taken an Ambien and just been in that weird zone. And like I said, I've been there before, where it's like you are on a flight, you are super tired, and you're exhausted, and your brain is just spent, and it's like you're kind of just, your brain can do weird things.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
how infuriating would that be, though, if she hadn't done any of that and then people are just calling her crazy?
Well, that's the reason why I don't want to speculate that she was on a drug, because somebody made that, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like, that's the most rational explanation, right? But I was just like, I don't want to. I would never disqualify someone and call them just outright crazy, because.
Yeah. Because there's crazy stuff that's happening in this world that is hard to explain.
Yep. Yeah. And I would never ever disqualify someone. Like, calling somebody crazy to me is the most disrespectful thing that you can say, because like, how do you know that they're crazy? Mm-hmm. Because there's been a lot of people that probably been called crazy, and there was some probably really serious things going on, mm-hmm. and years later we find out, and you're like, whoa, that person wasn't crazy. The person was actually trying to reach out and trying to get help. Yeah. So, anyways.
Well, I'm glad she got off the plane. Like, I'm glad they weren't up in the air when she jumped up. Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess everyone said, hey, this is just a random lady. And then after that, it was funny. And then after that, the conspiracy theory started. So, I'm gonna look a little bit more into it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's just making me think about my book. Let's go back to my book.
I knew you would love it.
Y'all, I'm telling you, I know it's taking me a minute to get through it. We've had a lot of people in town and a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
So I haven't finished it yet, but it's so good. The Return of the Gods, I'm reading it right now. It's definitely from a Christian perspective, in the sense that you would have to believe the Bible in order to resonate with this, or for you to even take these theories seriously. But it shines a light on the dark Trinity spirits that were cast out when Jesus came, and his gospel came and took over, people's hearts and nations. And so they were driven out. Well, now as God and Jesus, nations and people are pushing God and Jesus out, and scripture out, then it's given space to these spirits to return with a vengeance. That is the concept of this book. And so it walks you through the spirits and what their specific agenda is. Mm-hmm. And this does, my brain with this story goes straight to that. After learning about these spirits and stuff, which spirit and what's going on, and who knows if this is true or not, but it's just an example of I wouldn't put it past these spirits, because they want to destroy this earth. And the more that the Lord gets pushed out of homes and hearts and nations, the more the doors open for these evil spirits to come in and do these things. So I absolutely think there are way more people than we realize amongst us that are intentionally and some like consciously and some subconsciously worshiping the enemy, and that the things like this happen. I mean, being demon possessed was a very real thing before Jesus came. Like, that was a physical thing that you could witness and see, and now like that sort of verbiage is so taboo to talk about now. Like, people think you're crazy for saying that, but no, it's just as real as it was 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's still very real. I think it's just now we're just in a day. I think we're in a day and age where, like, we have so many like movies. We have so much like the optics of what we're even watching. Like, we're just like, no way that could be real, or like, I think the majority of people just are like, how? Like how could that be? Like, how could they make a movie about an exorcism? Like that they made they made like 3 or 4 of these movies, and it's just like, those are real things where it's like, we could get into the whole, not get into the whole, but like, the Vatican performing exorcisms, and things like that, where, I know that's a hot button issue, but all in all, I think it's just, I think sometimes without going too deep into it, these things are real. It's just, it's hard. Yeah, it's just, it's hard to,
What?
No, I'm trying to get the correct verbiage, and not misspeak.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on is not important. It was just, I was just saying that we see these things in movies and we believe that they couldn't be real, and they actually are very real. So we're desensitized to these things, and I feel like makes it even more harder for us. Correct. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry.
Yeah. Dang, that was a good story for the pod.
Yeah, I thought so.
Thanks for
I
sharing.
thought so. Of course. I'd be interested to hear what else comes out about it.
Yeah.
Or if it just goes away.
I have a feeling it'll just go away.
Fade away. You know what I really thought? Let me just. I thought this is a time when you would call the Men in Black.
Stop.
This was one of those times where I was like, this is a Men in Black mission. Call Will Smith. Call Agent K.
Yeah, his last name isn't Smith. It's Smith.
Will Smith.
Jackie.
I say Will Smith. Will Smith. What?
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
I'm done with you.
Will Smith.
Jackie.
What?
Stop.
What?
You're too much.
Anyways, call the Men in Black. Call Will Smith. Call
Jackie.
What?
Say it right.
Will.
How do you say with?
With.
Say myth. Smith.
Will Smith.
I can't stand you.
What?
I can't.
What?
I truly.
What am I saying that's wrong?
You're saying Smith.
No, I'm saying
with an F.
No, I'm saying Will Smith.
Jackie.
Will Smith. What? Will Smith.
No, I'm
Will
done.
Smith. Am I saying it wrong, people?
Yes, I'm done.
How am I saying it wrong?
I'm ready to move on to Kiki Palmer and her man.
Shut up.
Because I literally can't. Jackie. Oh.
Kiki Palmer boyfriend. Hey.
If you're watching on YouTube,
am disgusted with you.
You deserve
Hater.
No, you deserve
Hater.
that. You deserve that.
Why?
Because you're
That's his
trying to press
name.
my buttons.
I'm not trying to press your buttons.
Yes,
That's
you are.
his name.
Absolutely not. We're not pulling up our front camera to check out what we look like.
Well, I had it all ready before we went.
Jackie
before we went on.
Carmichael. Take our selfie on. Take our selfie.
What did Drake fake? What Drake do?
Okay,
All right.
selfie taken. Okay, I want to talk about Kiki Palmer.
All right, talk about Kiki Palmer. I was just gonna say, I'll talk about it afterwards. That's fine.
What?
We're gonna end it on this.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry to Kiki that your part just got gypped. So we will see y'all tomorrow, and we love you guys. Peace.